Okay, so I'm sorry that video got cut off, but I'm still in the exam, and you see I got the first three things right. So I'm just going to do another thing. So it says save the current workbook as participants in the document folder. So I'm going to say File, and I'm going to say Save As. I'm going to browse. And I think I wanted to call it participants. So I'm going to just go over here and type I have to probably spell it right. And we're in the documents folder. So I click save and it says correct. Okay. So I'm going to assume that, maybe there was something. Let's see if this one is rename the sheet one worksheet with a new name board. So I know how to do that, but I'm going to rename it. I'm going to give it a bad name. So I'm going to say that and hit enter. And it says incorrect. Okay. You see I can, attempts remaining, I can retry this task. So I'm going to retry and say, oh, I just typed it in wrong. So this time I'm going to rename it as board and hit enter. And it says correct. Now, at the end of this, okay, so maybe there was some I missed. I can click submit, and it says you have not completed all the tasks, and I want to say the heck with it. I'm going to submit it anyways for grading. I'm going to click OK. It says, all right, total number of questions 31, correct answers 5, incorrect 0, skip questions 1. Let's click close. And let's go to Mindtap. Assignment submitted. I click OK. And this is what's nice. So now you see, great, I got that 3% up to a 16%. And I always keep your highest grade. But if I want to see, okay, what did I miss? So I'm going to click on that grade. And this is a third attempt, and it looks like I give you another attempt. I click on review, and I can generate a report. So this report will tell me, which is very nice, it'll tell me what I got right and what I got wrong. So here's the things that were correct. Here's the things not presented because I skipped that. But if I want to learn how to do this, so let's say change the width of column F to exactly 20 characters. I couldn't do that. Let's say it said wrong or incorrect instead of not presented. I can do two things. I can say, let's click on resizing columns and rows. And what that's going to do, I hope, seems like it's taking a while, but it should take me to that section of the book. Oh, I need to allow pop-ups. So I'm going to allow pop-ups here. And always allow pop-ups. So click done. Let's try it again. All right, so it pops up, and it takes me to that section of the book. So I click enter, and it shows me all these things in the book. This is the first time I'm on it. That's why I have all these but here's in the book where I can resize columns and rows. Better yet, maybe I don't know how to do that. I can click on this link, and it'll bring up a pop-up to take me to that training item. And I'm going to say, oh, I don't know how to do that. So it's going to load that training module. And let's say I want to do it with, I don't know, the mouse. Point to the right side of the column header until the mouse becomes the resize pointer, a two-headed arrow. Drag the pointer left or right until it displays the column width you want, and then release the mouse button. So I go to F. And, well, let's just do observe. And let's watch it do it.
Click the column heading for column C.
Okay, so it's the same training interface we saw before. So these report reviews are very easy for you to remediate yourself and say, here's what I did right, here's what I did wrong. Let me teach myself how to do it, the thing that I didn't know how to do, and then you can redo the exam and hopefully get a score much larger than 16%. I'm going to X out of that. So let's go back to the home. Home always gets me home. So every module there'll be an exam, and you'll have 3 attempts. It looks like this one has 4, but most of the time you'll have 3 attempts. This one, there's also a project, okay? And most times there'll be at least one SAM project. I'm going to click on SAM project, and I tried it once already, didn't go so well, I got a 0%, but I want to show you how this works. So I'm going to click on Start, and it brings up, you've logged out or timed out. So let me try again. Well, let's go directly from chapter 1. Let's go directly to that SAM project that I was trying to show you. And this will launch directly to that same place. I'm going to continue later. I was logged out because I was paused for a little bit. But I'm going to start this SAM project. And this, you have multiple attempts at this as well. I'm going to click Start. And first off, I can click Download Instructions, and this is going to download a Word document that is going to tell me step by step what it wants me to do. Open this file, save the file under the same name with a 2, still open, ensure that your first and last name is displayed in cell B6, and here are the steps that it wants me to do. Katie works for the Human Resources Department. Cut the contents of the range B1, B2, and paste them in the range A1, A2. So I'm going to go to that starter file. It's going to download that starter file. I'm going to save it as the same name, but I'm going to change that 1 to a 2. I didn't want that. Looks like I already have that out there. And let's go to the instructions. It says, on the payroll worksheet, cut the contents of B1, B2, and paste them in the range of A1, A2. So I'm going to go to the payroll worksheet, take what's in, what did it say, B1, B2. I'm going to cut that, and I'm going to paste it into B1, A1, A2. And I'm going to save this. And I know there's a whole bunch of other steps. If we look, looks like there are, I don't know, 18 steps. And it even shows me what it should look like at the end, but I'm going to say the heck with it. And I am going to save that. And then I'm going to upload it. So this is the thing I just worked on. I'm going to upload it. I'm going to submit it. And SAMS is going to scan it for a virus. It's going to make sure it's yours. It's going to make sure the file size is appropriate. It's going to click. I'm going to click OK. Assignment submitted. I'm going to click View Report, and it's going to open an Excel module that serves as my report. So it says here are the steps. There are 18 steps. I got one thing right because all I did was one thing. So I got a check mark here. I got a 5 out of 5. It shows me what I didn't do right. In the payroll worksheet, the width of column A should be adjusted using AutoFit. I didn't do that. So if we go to the payroll worksheet, you'll see everywhere that's wrong, there's a little red arrow, and that tells me, hey, this is what's wrong. Step 5 in the payroll said this should contain the value M3583, and it doesn't. So it gives me, some information of what is wrong at that point. Okay, so I can redo it, and basically I already have this Excel document started. I can just fix it and resubmit it. I don't have to start from scratch. If I go, let's go back to home, and you'll see SAM Project 1. I only got a 5%. Better than attempt 1, I only got a 0%. And I click on Review. I can go to Generate a Report here, and it gives me that same interface. So this is what I mean by, in this course, everything you need to understand something is available at your fingertips. everything is kind of like contract grading in that if you do it and you upload it, you can see what's wrong and you can redo it and re-upload it. Limited number of uploads, but to the point where you get things right. I always take the highest score. Okay, all the grades are then, and I'm going to go back to Canvas here. All the grades are automatically, and I don't know if it's going to show because, yeah, it shows, are going to be taken from SAMs in the Canvas. So at this point, my highest score on the SAM Project 1 was a 5%. My score on the SAM exam is a 16%. So I know this is going to take a little while to get used to, but I want you to do it. The other type of assignment is, if we look at Chapter 1, they are called text cases. So Module 1, Case 1 says, complete Module 1, Case 1 in your text using this starter file. So I'm going to click on that file, and that's my starter file. So if you have a excuse me, if you have a hard copy book, you'll go to the back of Module 1, there's a Case 1, and the steps are there. If you don't have a starter, if you don't have a physical book, you're going to have to go to the ebook. So I'm going to go to Modules. I'm going to go to Mindtap, Sam's course material. I'm going to go over here to Mindtap World. Yes, I'll pay later. And let's go to Module 1. Let's go to the book itself. And let's go to Chapter Contents. That gives me the contents. And apply Case Problem 1. Here is that step-by-step what I need to do. Open the donation workbook, which was linked for you. Do these steps. And then once we're done with that, instead of uploading this to SAM's, we're going to upload this, and I got to bring that up again. But we're going to upload this to Canvas because I'm going to grade that by clicking on Submit Assignment, choose the file. Let's say it's this file. It's not, but let's say it's this file. Click Open, and that's the file that's submitted or attached. Click Submit Assignment, and then I'll grade that. So that's not going to be automatically graded unless I'm happen to be online and happen to see your submission. So that is it. That is what we're doing. So that is pretty much the structure of every week. Now I know these tools take a little bit of time to get used to, but they're very, very useful. And I know some people complain about the cost of the text. It's $120 with SAM's. But as an online class, I can think of no other way to facilitate this. And plus, since it's online, you're not, spending gas or resources to travel to campus. It's asynchronous, so you can do this work whenever you like. And I think you'll just find that practicing working with SAM's and Excel is a good thing and a good way to learn. So I'm going to stop this video here. For this, if you have any questions, you can certainly email me. But probably the best thing is to dive in and get started on this stuff. Thank you.